Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for, it's not Thursday, it's Friday, November 21st, 2014. All right, well, they changed the look and not so much the feel, I don't know, I guess you could call it the look and feel of the economic calendar here on NASDAQ.com. And I don't know, I guess it's okay. I don't have a problem with it. Friday, November 21st. All right, so CPI came in at like 0. So there's no increase in prices overall. Probably the big thing is the lowering of gas prices. So that probably has a lot to do with the overall cost of goods and services. Jobless claims was up a tad. Philly Fed survey just popped really big. I mean, they're looking really good in the manufacturing sector there in the Philadelphia district, and existing home sales, well, pretty much in line. And you can see that you can read the bottom for yourself here. They explain what the C and the R's are. Just a little bit more clutter from my perspective, I guess. I don't know, some people must have asked for it. Or, like they get all these programmers sitting around, they got to give them something to do, so let's do that. But I sort of like the way that it looks. Let's look at jobless claims. It's a little bit more pleasant to look at the data here. I think the font is a little bit smaller than it was before, which, I don't know, I guess that's okay. Everybody's got enough computing power where they can zoom in or out or whatever they want to do, so that's pretty much what I do on my phone. But it looks nice, so that's great. All right, let's go take a look at what's going on across the ponds. Over in Asia, we are green across the board, and Europe is green. And not only that, hey, so are we. Let's look at the big four here. I don't know why this happens. All right. So, happy days are back. Here is the S&P 500 futures overnight, the most, for the non-Forex products, the most traded futures contracts in the world. Gold, just choppy here. Oil popped up pretty big overnight, I guess you could say. But it's still fairly low, so we're hoping that it just kind of stays there. And of course, the bottom dropped out of the VIX based on that. The euro is down to $1.24. It's been $1.25 for quite a while, as the dollar gains more strength, up to 88 now. Okay, yesterday jumped in on Amazon and Chipotle. I was seeing some strength in both of these, even though Amazon didn't really, give me the numbers that I was looking for a 50 delta, at least according to our strategy. I thought that I would get in on it anyway, just because it looked pretty good. It had a hook about around 50 or so on the stochastic. We'll take a look at that. And then yesterday I also made that video that I had been promising on what I've changed on the chart settings and studies. So you might want to go and check that out if your charts aren't looking like mine and you want them to. You may not want them to. And I leave that up to you. All right, so Apple, start right in here. Apple looking pretty good. Could have jumped in on this, but I think I have enough what I call overnight risk for Thursday afternoon. everything that the two that I got into yesterday in the afternoon, Chipotle and Amazon, were really right around 3:30 or so. I think Chipotle actually got in probably about 10 to 4. So here's Apple. Could have done that one, but didn't. So now we're going to have to wait again. Or, still could get it today. I don't know. It didn't really come down to our mark down here, so we're going to have to be a little bit patient on that. I just, if I do anything, it would just be for today. I don't want to do anything that expires next week, just because the uncertainty of, everybody's on vacation, it's a holiday, and it's kind of a big weekend, and, it's deer season for gun, so a lot of people go out for that. All right, let's take a look at this Amazon trade. Put it on yesterday afternoon. We can take a look at this and see. Yeah, it was about 15:40 in the afternoon. And it's right here at this 3:30 level. And I picked it out. It wasn't exactly 50 delta. As a matter of fact, it was kind of one strike down. And I decided to do that just because I think that the probability is just a tad bit better. There we go. So, or actually, the current price was just right at break even. It wasn't like it usually is, where the current price is at the short, or actually a little bit above, in this case, the short. So I thought that it would have a little bit better probability if I went and it ended up being like about a 40 or 45 delta. So I didn't get exactly. I got 400 in risk and 600 in risk and 400 in reward. So it's not exactly a 1-to-1 risk to reward. So, but it's still not all that bad. It's pretty darn close. Okay, so we'll take a look at Boeing. Probably not going to be really doing any trading today. We have a target down here. We need to wait for that one to mature a little bit. I think Alibaba is trying to make me look like an idiot here because it's moving right into this max loss area. What's it going to do today? 111. Yeah, it's going to bump up today. $2. I don't think it's going to be enough. It's got to go quite a bit in order to get past this max loss area here. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. We could take a $260 loss on that, which would be pretty much, I don't know if, I'm not going to really worry about it. I might get out this morning if things are looking bad, just to keep me from max loss. I'm pretty sure Chipotle and Amazon are going to pull me out for the week. Okay, let's take a look at Baidu. I think Baidu's in a new downtrend. So I'm putting a target in up here. Chipotle. Here's the Chipotle trade. It's a short at 660. I can see what time we did this one. This was at 15:25. So 25 minutes after 3 got in on this one. This one definitely was short of the current price, so I did not do a 50 delta on that. I didn't want to have the underlying move that much. So what I did was actually on Chipotle, I just threw usually I just do 150 delta, but this time I did 2 because it wasn't quite a 50 delta at that time yesterday. So right now it is 37 delta, but it was around 41 or 42 I believe yesterday when I entered in on this. And I also didn't do couldn't get this order to go through with this particular strike here at 657.5. Not a lot of trading or open interest there, and so there wasn't interest in picking up my order. I had a hard time getting this one through, but eventually it did get through a little bit easier once I picked the $5 spread versus the $2.50 spread here. So you can see, looking at the open interest, there wasn't much interest in this 657.50. So in order to get the kind of, this is 440 reward and 1560 risk. So what is that? 3 to 1 risk reward, roughly, or 1 to 3, I guess I should say. Risk reward. No, 3 to 1. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right, let's go take a look at Costco, which has been on a tear. Looks like it's easing back a tad and may give us a signal for an entry. Look at the Dow, which I'm sure is going to hit a new high today. So we're going to get a continuation after this consolidation period here. And gold still kind of hanging in there. Google. It'll be interesting to see what Google does today. I'm not interested in doing, I could, possibly do a day trade on Google with 50 deltas sometime during the day, but I'm going to hold off on that and just watch it for today. LinkedIn. Yeah, it's not real sure about LinkedIn. There seems to be support here around 218, so if it makes a move up, it may be a continuation of its crazy trend. I don't know what investors or traders of underlyings equities see in LinkedIn. I just don't understand that. Here's the iron condor on NDX. Behaving nicely. Probably going to be a different story today. And here's the iron condor that we have on Netflix, moving back up, recovering nicely, staying within its range here. Price line. Priceline, yeah, we have a setup here on Priceline. So put that down here, and you can decide for yourself. I don't usually trade 50 deltas on Friday, so I would wait till next week, and then like I said, I wasn't going to trade next week, but I still would look at Priceline, although I'm not real excited about it because it, even though we have a move here on the stochastic, MACD has been bending down for quite a while, and price is consolidating here since earnings. It's not like Priceline to be like this, so we'll keep an eye on it. I'm not going to get real serious about it. All right, and then the Russell here. What do we got going on here? I think we are going to have an impulse move here. Now this is the cash indexes are a different story for next Friday's expiration because, well, Black Friday, not from a stock perspective or a it's not a Black Friday as far as they are concerned here in the U.S. It's a Black Friday because it's when retailers because of their sales and the traffic in the stores and stuff like that, would typically go into the black for the year. So if you're operating in the red for 11 months and then finally the last month you get into the red or black, well, it'll make you pretty happy, right? At least that's the way it used to be. I don't know if that's still true or not. But that's a different story here. So we're looking bullish on the Russell here. So I am going to put this down for consideration for a 20 delta for today. And I want to go back momentarily and take a look at the NASDAQ. Yeah, I'm putting them down too for a 20 delta, and I won't do all of these because I'm sure SPX is going to give me the same view. We go and take a look at it. Looking a little bit more focus here on the MACD. Yeah, I'll put them down as well. Tesla. We have a setup on Tesla. Yes. Pretty nice setup too, actually. Looks pretty good. We got 1, 2, 3 days on the pullback on the stochastic, and 1, 2, 3, 4 days on the pullback on the MACD. And if we get a hookup, that would be a pretty good thing. And then maybe we get confirmation on Monday. So maybe there are a few things that I may be interested in jumping in on for next Friday's expiration, and maybe getting out on Wednesday. Visa, not interested there. Okay, so that's it for today. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Thank you for watching, and happy trading.